Recognize no one's coming to save you. You have to get a job. I mean, in what I will say that the economy is now where it has been for 99% of the world, for 99% of history, and that is you have to go get a job. No one's coming for you. And also just recognize you can absolutely add value to a company and you're confident, but ask yourself before you go into the interview, what's different about me? Why does that differentiation matter to a company like this? What do I do to work on and establish and maintain that differentiation, and also find a way to incorporate into your rep how your AI literacy and AI domain expertise will impact your ability to add value at that organization. In today's office hours, we speak about AI's impact on entry-level jobs, the economics of aging in America, and how to rethink your career when you feel stuck. Our first question comes from Jonah Klein on LinkedIn. Jonah says, "It seems clear to me that a big part of the reason for the dearth of entry and junior level positions has to do with AI taking over much of the corporate grunt work that used to comprise much of what entry level roles did. At some point, corporations are going to have to figure out who will be their future leaders if they aren't hiring entry level talent. What do you make of this? And what do you think entry level roles will look like for recent college grads in an AI driven corporate environment?" So new graduates now account for just 7% of new hires at big tech. That's down from 25% in 2023 and over 50% pre-pandemic, according to Forbes. So big tech has dramatically reduced new hires. Early evidence suggests hiring for junior workers is already declining in AI-exposed fields. A Stanford study found entry-level employment in AI-exposed occupations fell about 13% relative to less exposed jobs since generative AI adoption started to take off. The decline is concentrated among workers aged 22 to 25, while employment for more experienced workers in the same occupation remained stable or grew. The problem, as you referenced, AI is most capable of automating the tasks traditionally assigned to junior employees. Some research here on large corporations, models suggest around 80% of the workforce could have at least 10% of tasks affected by AI, with knowledge work tasks, including writing, coding, and analysis, especially exposed. The labor market does not just reflect the, job apocalypse that it was supposedly we're worried was going to happen. There just hasn't. It's not easy to really find large-scale job losses from AI. What I think you see is AI paralysis, kind of no hire, no fire. I forget what the term is, but people looking for another job is at an all-time low. People are thinking, oh, maybe I'll just stick here. Employment remains relatively resilient, suggesting AI is currently changing how work is done more than the total number of jobs, though hiring appears to be slowing. So people are asking you to be more productive with AI and saying we're not going to hire as many people next year, but they're not laying off people yet. Research suggests the first rung of the corporate ladder may shift toward, I should condition that. There are some layoffs in big tech. They're the early adopters of AI. I think a lot of that is over hiring from the pandemic. But when you lay off people, there's sort of a false flag going on around layoffs right now. If you lay off people, it's not because our business has slowed down or I'm a fucking idiot and overhired during pandemic. It's, AI, right? We're leveraging new technology because I'm so smart and my stock will go up if I say we're going to be more productive because I can reduce 10% of the workforce and not lose any productivity because I know how to master AI, as opposed to saying we overhired, we're projecting business not going to be that strong. So a lot of people are blaming AI and it may not actually be accurate. So employment remains relatively resilient, suggesting AI currently changing how work is done more than the total number of jobs, as we said, although, again, hiring does appear to be slowing. Research suggests the first rung of the corporate ladder may shift toward AI-supervised analyst, juniors validating and interpreting AI outputs, higher skill starting roles, fewer hires with more technical expectations, and skill-based hiring, greater emphasis on practical AI literacy rather than just degrees. This all kind of leads to, what you should do. First and foremost, buck up. Quite frankly, the younger generation is just used to people 3 or 4 years ahead of them having 3 or 4 offers at JP Morgan and Google. Yeah, it's gotten a little bit tougher, but it's still not bad. Youth unemployment is about 10%, which is kind of historically an average, if you will. 2, be AI enabled. Any interview, you should be able to answer essentially 3 questions, now a 4th. What's different about you? How does it apply, that differentiation, to being able to be good here? And how do you work on that differentiation? And then the 4th thing you need to ask is, how do you think AI is going to impact this job? You have to demonstrate AI literacy as it relates to that job. If you want to be in brand management at Estee Lauder, you've got to be able to communicate, this is how I've been using different LLMs to think about product launches or new product development, or how we make your media budget at Estee Lauder more impactful. No one says that we're not going to hire that person. They seem to understand a lot about AI. No one ever says that. So you need to add that to your toolkit, if you will. Interview as many places as possible. Don't let perfect be the enemy of good. And recognize no one's coming to save you. You have to get a job. I mean, in what I will say that the economy is now where it has been for 99% of the world, for for 99% of history, and that is you have to go get a job. No one's coming for you. And also just recognize you can absolutely add value to a company and you're confident, but ask yourself before you go into the interview, what's different about me? Why does that differentiation matter at a company like this? What do I do to work on and establish and maintain that differentiation? And also find a way to incorporate into your rap how your AI literacy and AI domain expertise will impact your ability to add value at that organization.